If you care enough for the living, make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares for joyful giving. If we try, we shall see in this.
All right, it's about time. When you hear that song, that kind of song, it speaks about the time that we come together to talk about how do we heal the world, how do we put a lot of things together. And of course, the statistics are frightening. In the last 2 decades, United, talking about university teachers, have gone on nationwide strike 16 times, covering a cumulative period of 51 months. And of course, the strikes are becoming too worrisome. The development does not portray the country in good light before the international community. We all know that, and the strikes are making the youth to feel, to lose faith in education and consequently take to negative vices that may compromise their future. This development is dangerous to our darling nation and of course to every one of us. It doesn't speak well of us as a nation that truly desires accelerated development and transformation. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has said that 3 out of every 10 Nigerians have one form of mental illness or another. And of course, quoting the World Health Organization statistics, the House added that over 20 million Nigerians were currently suffering from various degrees of mental health or disorder without psychiatric health care. Well, the program is The Avalanche, and you're on to Impact Business Radio, Ibr92.5FM. I am Samson or Amutajero. Good evening and welcome.
Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me.
Well, if you're just tuning in, the program is The Avalanche, and we're discussing mental health challenges among Nigerian youth. An overview of it, we just want to take a look at it and try to see and to make sense out of all of that is happening, and then try to provide possible solutions to all the challenges that are before us. Remember, we discussed about ritual killings and the psyche of Nigerian youth last week. If you were following, you would understand that some of the things we've been stressing for the past few weeks has been how to find possible solutions to some of the vices happening, and of course to maintain mental health balance within people and of course Nigerians at large. Today, I want to take a step further by having a discourse on mental status of our teeming youth. How informed are you? How do you feel at the moment? Are you driving? Are you just home, sitting on your couch or somewhere on your sofa, trying to relax, to calm your nerves and to get yourself acquainted with what is happening in the society? Well, it's about time you tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and possibly you can do your enemy a whole lot of good by telling them that the Avalanche is on the radio dial. The radio dial is 92.5 FM. This is your station of choice. Impact Business Radio Ibr92.5FM. Well, we are on Facebook right now. You want to visit us, you want to check what we're doing. Ibr92.5FM Ibadan. That's where. And of course on Twitter is also Ibr92.5FM Ibadan. Same on Instagram, Ibr92.5FM Ibadan. You can as well join the conversation by putting on your comment. The comment section is there. Put in whatever you feel you want to talk about. Of course, we're sure to read them all out to you. Well, it is estimated that 3.6% of 10 to 14-year-olds and 4.6% of 15 to 19-year-olds experience an anxiety disorder. Depression is estimated to occur among 1.1% of adolescents aged 10 to 14 years, and of course, and 2.8% of 15 to 19 years old. Quoting this data from November 2019. Remember, 2021, I beg your pardon, but 2022 is not yet out, but we're trying to fix everything to see how we can bring you up to speed, all that you need to know about statistics and the situation in Nigeria. Well, what is the mental health status of Nigerian youth at the moment, considering ASU strike and of course terrorism, price hike and everything, and of course even the ritual killings, and of course this incessant strike that has been occurring every time from 1999 up to date. It has been said that about ASU has they've gone on strike for about 15 times. Well, that should be around perhaps is it once in every year or so to say, or even twice every year, if you want to do your statistics very well. Well, these and many more we shall beam our searchlight on this very evening. Well, Peace Ibeli is on the avalanche this evening. Of course, she's a child mental health advocate and a youth counseling psychologist. Well, it's good to have you on the avalanche.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, how do you feel with the statistics I just read out as regards mental health of Nigerian youth?
Well, it is worrisome that there's been incessant strike following the recent killings, kidnappings, and pressure on the average Nigerian youth. So for someone who basically wants to go to school and is oftentimes told to go back, stay back, and their dreams are lengthened, it's worrisome, bearing in mind that mental health is basically one's psychological, emotional, and social well-being. So if there's an impediment to some of these things that borders on those aspects, it then begins to tell on the youth. Okay.
Wow, it's a whole lot, and I've been trying to look at it. Let's look at it from the aspect of the ASU strike. ASU has been on strike since January. Of course, February 14th, yeah. Precisely. That was on Valentine's Day, where everybody seems to be happy, and it turned into something else on that very day. And we've seen nuns, come to them, giving them a lot of ultimatum that you must return to class. We don't want to be the one to bear the brunt at the end of the day. When two elephants engage in a battle, it's the grass that suffers it, and the students are the receiving end. What's your take on all of this?
It's an unfortunate situation, and obviously there's not much the Nigerian students can do, because the policy makers and the lecturers are the ones having this face-off, so to speak, and until they come to terms with what is best for both parties, because at the end of the day, sometimes it doesn't look to Nigerian students that anything that ASU is debating is to their interests, because when you keep sending them back, for example, for UI students, the 100 level students were granted admission early last year. They waited a full year to resume, and they resumed, and then they were told to go back. That's going to induce some form of some feelings of frustration, being stuck. All of those feelings put together might cause someone to experience what we call depression, and a continuation of that could lead to suicide.
Well, don't you think everyone is depressed in Nigeria?
Well, it's not. It's
going by the
I
situation
mean,
of things happening.
yes, very true. But there are certain things that experience must have taught you, as an older adult, that you probably know how to manage some of these things.
Okay.
But dealing with young people who are erratic, who are just on the move, want things to move, at the flip of the finger, they get disturbed. They probably do not even know how to handle all of this, and the resultant effect is what might cost the nation
Exactly.
more than they can handle.
Yeah, of course. Yesterday, even though you didn't see the game, but I assume, or I feel that many Nigerians are really they felt it. Okay, let me quickly take this call because we have our first caller here. Hello. 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 Okay, all right. I guess you have to call us back on the program. I'm opening the phone lines at the moment, so you can begin to call in right now. 0902-2809-257, 0902-2809-257, or you can as well call 0916-104-7698, 0916-104-7698, or you can call at 0811 052 6487, 0811 052 6487. These are the lines to call into the live studio, or you can as well, you want to drop an SMS, you can call you can drop that SMS on 0703 8825170, just in case you're shy to talk and you feel you want to lend your voice. You want to lend your voice to us here in the live studio. You can as well send an SMS to 0703 8825170. I still got a piece Ibele in the studio. Now we're talking about the game yesterday. Nigeria failed to qualify at the for the FIFA World Cup. Now we saw how the teaming youth, supposed youth, because they're young people, invaded the pitch with anger because they didn't qualify. Now, what do you think was going on in the minds of these young people who invaded the pitch? And of course, as a psychologist, what do you think was going through their minds?
That was not just expressing their displeasure, to Nigeria not qualifying to the World Cup. It was beyond that, because when there's an outburst, there's a possibility of several suppressed emotions.
Yeah.
So when someone is angry, someone is frustrated and is not able to express it at the given opportunity, they just blow up, and you're wondering, where's this anger coming from? It's just a game, but taking a closer look, or a deeper look at it, that those are suppressed emotions that youth are expressing. Perhaps if they were in school, we probably wouldn't have had that sort of energy.
All right, that brings me to the part of the students, because some students were actually asked some questions, and the question was, how do you feel sitting at home at the moment? All right, before that, let me quickly take this call. Hello. Oh, Chief Oyedele from his own kingdom. It's good to have you on the Avalanche. Okay, what did you say? I can hear you.
I said, what today's matter? What you are talking about?
Okay, we're trying to discuss about the mental health challenges among Nigerian youth.
Good. Yes. Let me say this. I can say this is an impromptu speech, but notwithstanding. Regarding the challenges, among the youth. You hear me? Hello?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you, sir.
Okay, as I said, the youth today, they are facing a lot of change, which cause a lot of pressure. And you see now, see what your guest just said so far. So, someone or a set of people that are supposed to be in the school, they are sent out because of circumstances. You can raise a net of problems. You can cause problems. So we that are parents, we are not at peace regarding the issue. Going on, we need to talk to our appropriate quota authority to make sure that they have the good life, because everything is not go well. Remember one poem according to Social Pillow. He said that who was a Lagula? Who offered many graves. But still, God goes for ruin. This one that they are doing as they are doing us. This one that they are managing us the way they manage us. We are still making it. Not to our leader. Because they cannot know what they can do fully. We need from them. They should do it. Because when they were like our children, the way they are treated. So, anything careful. That's why they resort to the Yahoo whatever, or to kill somebody among their colleagues. This is themselves like the time. So get the same corrected and to be on the same page. Let me end my result. Let me end my result. God bless you. Thank you very much.
All right, God bless you, Chief Oyedele from his own kingdom. Always an ardent listener, and of course, a frequent caller. We've actually, you heard what he said, and for me, I want us to actually look at some of the things that might be going on in the minds of these young people. Now, the ASU is on strike. There's fuel hike. There's hiking in prices. There's ritual killings, banditry. Everywhere. We saw what happened on Kaduna Road, the bomb blast on the railway, and all of that. All of this, and we have been talking also. We've been trying to condemn the act of, Yahoo boys, ritual killings, and all of this. Now, with all of this put together, and ASU now escalating the whole thing on strike, what is the way out?
Okay, so some of these things happen over a period of idle time. When you're idle, you have ample time to think, the business and the most annoying things. And in the midst of those things, something sinister can seep into, it can just come into your thoughts. And when they are not attended to, they could escalate into something more dangerous, not to just you, to the government, to your neighbor, to everybody around you. So what I would advise, is that every parent listening right now should make a conscious effort to empowering their young people into doing something.
Okay.
And I do mind is the devil's workshop. They say it's an everly it's a true talk, right? So what can the parent do? At the same time, the economy is biting. You probably cannot afford to send them to go and learn a skill, or you don't even know if the ASU strike will just be called off, and then your whatever money you have invested in that skill that you want them to learn gets wasted, or they are not able to achieve that. But the truth is, we have companies around, we have SMEs, small scale businesses around, we have little companies here and there within the neighborhood at trackable distance that your child, your youth can go volunteer at, be an intern. Everybody needs a free hand. Most organizations are understaffed. That's taken for truth. So if you have one company around you, you could send your word to go and volunteer in those places. It could be something as minimal as typing documents for them, doing clerical assignments here and there. By so doing, they are going to achieve a couple of things. Number one, the soft skills required for them by the time they are graduates. Because most of the time people graduate, they can't figure out what to do in the corporate environment because they've never been there. Our educational system is not structured in a way that you're exposed to those sort of things. So when you have this sort of time and you're not engaged, why not go to a company? It might not be something much. They might not even pay you anything. That's why I said a workable distance, such that you're not investing anything. You're probably just investing, you're working, and you're being there. And trust me, the communication skill, team building, interpersonal relationship, those are soft skills that you need to add to your art skills, which your certificate will get you. And then you're able to incorporate that into being a ready graduate by the time you eventually graduate. And also there's job experience. Most company will want to employ fresh graduates, and you're hearing 2 years working
years
experience. You're wondering, where
experience.
did I get that from? Is it NYC? No, you could, apply some of these things. It took me 5 years to get into the university, but before then, I had worked as a secretary. I had also worked as logistics person to a company as a teenager. And so by the time I was getting into the university at 21, I was smarter than virtually everybody in my class. Not because I was a whiz kid, myself to companies around.
All right, that is the message you're hearing from Peace. Yeah, she's telling you with the peace of the heart, with the peace in her heart. She's actually sending that message to you that you don't need, you don't need to just sit down idle. You can do something. Go volunteer. She has actually said it all. I said this last week. It seems she was actually connecting to what I actually said last week too when we're talking about ritual killings. You need to go out there, get yourself somewhere where you might not really be paid, but then the experience is worth investing your time. Because at the end of the day, they ask for 2 years of experience. I begin to ask, where do I get it? It's those places you get it from. And of course, for those of you who are still doing your IT, you can, just ensure that you are focused and keep doing those things. Because you know what? Skills are not worthless. It's always, always, always useful at every point in time. And no knowledge is a loss. You need to just invest in yourself, get something doing, enroll for courses online. If you know that you don't want to go to places, enroll online instead of you going on Facebook, Instagram, snapping pictures all around without doing nothing. All of this are things you're supposed to do. All right, let's get this one. Who's on the line? Hello.
Mr. Mutoso.
Oh, you're welcome back, sir.
It is busy. Yeah.
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah, I can get it right because the other time it was okay. It was improved. Thank God that I learned well. Now I balance myself to talk to me now. Hey, the filter of the thing nowadays, it wasn't like this. What is it that the people call our leaders from our own hand that they were manufactured, that were sent to the limelight? See our kids that we see the way we are doing. They are not batting us. So we need to talk to them because manner they came to the limelight. In return, they expect something good from them. Because in this country, the men, the youth is gone. Is no more. The war is too much with us. According to I used to talk like that. Oh, we follow. We never call in the bar. Our water. When we have everything to let up. See, I like that Algeria it does country. He is now giving his citizen, for 38,000. Equivalent to the Nigerian currency. We that day.
All right. Okay, sir.
Mr. Obasanjo, God bless you.
All right.
For this one, I can talk today. God bless you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. He has just called back and to emphasize on the things that we've actually said. Now, I want your message. What's your message to those who are already, suffering depression? Who are already in there, don't know what to do, don't know way out. We've just spoken to those who are still mentally balanced. What of those who are a bit in disorder at the moment?
I'd like to say that identify your feelings, because sometimes when people say they are depressed, it's just a moment of temporary sadness. Depression is something that stays for a long time and doesn't go away. If you feel depressed, and that means there's a sense of hopelessness, helplessness, and worthlessness, you might want to see a specialist, or you might want to interrogate further.
Or they might want to see you.
Yes, they might want to see me, but then get help. That's the message. Get help whichever way that you can, and identify your feelings, your emotions.
All right. Having said that, your parting shot before we leave to the government.
For every young person, simply just wants the government to be responsible for them. And my message to the government is
to my studio manager, DJ IBK Baggy, doing his work. And of course, that man there at the end, doing his work from the other end on our social media, all our social media platforms. He streams it live and he does that effortlessly. Olushola Ajao for doing a great job. And of course, to everyone, the engineering units that have been here, ensuring that all of the equipment, everything is working on fine. And to everyone that has listened as well, we appreciate you. Well, you want to call, and of course you want to get to perhaps you have something you're going through and you want to discuss with her. You can call this number 0703 882 5170, 0703 882 5170. You want to do that, you can actually call that line. You can as well sponsor the program if you want us to increase the time, because our time has been fast spent. Well, next week is another time where we'll get to bring you another fresher edition of The Avalanche. Thank you for listening. My name is Samson Amutajero. Stay safe and have a lovely evening.
They follow Impact Business Radio, Ibr92.5 FM.
Always first.
We are black. We are Impact Business Radio, 92.5 FM. The only business radio in Southwest Nigeria. Don't touch that dial.
For the very best in qualitative and informative news with educative program on the go, tune in to Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. Impact Business Radio. We mean business. Yo, it's all about Impact Business Radio, IBR. Yes, educative, qualitative, informative radio station straight out of IB to the world. So last year, I know, I want them said to me,
Impact Business Radio all the way. It's all about business, entertainment all day. Educative, qualitative, informative, and entertaining all day. All the way. Impact Business Radio all the way. It's all about business, entertainment all day. Educating, qualitative, informative, and entertaining all the way. All day.
Shot IBR all my people. Who know better shot IBR all my people. Who know better shot IBR all my people. Who know better shot IBR all my people. Informating, entertaining, comprehensive, educative, 92.5 FM. Who know better shot IBR all my people. Hey, Impact Business Radio 92.5, straight out of Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. To the world, you don't know, we mean business.
The mix is always better when my man DJ IBK Baggy mixes it. He's the mix master. DJ IBK Baggy, make a flex. Mix all.
See my friends,